Hi, and welcome back. You're here with Black Tennis Mentors UK. And as you know, my name is B.
I'm Arum, and we're here with professional tennis player Tiffany Williams from
Hi.
London.
All right, Tiffany. So tell us about yourself. You just said you're a professional. Tell us more.
So my name is Tiffany. I've been playing tennis since I was 9 years old. Sort of got into it, for fun at the local park. Went to a summer camp and loved it. Obviously, I was playing with my brother a lot, so that we kind of motivated each other to get to play sports. And so yeah, continued and then got coaching and yeah, next thing you know, I was playing for a few years, and then obviously the rest is sort of history, yeah, playing and traveling and everything like that. But yeah, I've always sort of loved being sporty and doing sporty things, and I think tennis was just naturally something that I was drawn to because not that my parents played or anything, but I feel like I liked the competitiveness of it and just the camaraderie as well. Like in the summertime when we were young, we could hang out with our friends and play literally from morning till afternoon. So that aspect of it definitely drew me in the early stages of my career. Yeah.
Great. And when did it start to feel real? It was like, yeah, I'm going to take this to the next level.
Actually, quite early on, like when I was like 13, I'd say I started going to an academy in West London, and that's when I sort of started playing like intensely. Like I would wake up 5 a.m. in the morning to get to West London, like Ladbroke Grove area, for like 7:30 in the morning, which was as a 13-year-old, that's like not easy. But you've got to do it for the dream and the passion and everything like that. So yeah, from that age, I would say that's when I was like, okay, yeah, I kind of want to do this professionally when I grow, get older and stuff like that.
Great, great. And did you jump right into having like a single coach or was it a program? What exactly was it?
Yeah, it was a bit of both. It was like an academy setup, so I had like my individual coach, and then I also had group training with other players who were of a similar level to me, and etc. And we were homeschooled, so I would do school there as well. Yeah, so I only went to secondary for like a year, year seven, even half a year. But I would like leave school like every lunchtime and then go to tennis. And then my parents were like, "This doesn't make any sense. You might as well just be
Being in
homeschooled,
school,
and
yeah,
then you can focus on tennis,
yeah.
and then you can do school while you're there." So luckily, this academy they had something where we could do school in the daytime or in the lunchtime for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours every day. Play tennis in the morning, school in the afternoon, and then tennis again in the evening. So yeah, it was a full day.
That is a
Yeah,
lot. That is a
yeah, it's a
lot.
lot.
Was it just yourself at that time, or was your brother also
No,
involved?
so my brother realized that he didn't want to be away from his friends, so tennis wasn't it for him anymore. So yeah, it was just me, but yeah, it was enjoyable for sure. Yeah.
And your parents just supported. They were like, she's good at
Yes,
it.
fortunately, yeah, my parents are quite into sport as well. Even though they didn't play tennis, they love sports. They watch sports. My dad played football, so yeah, they were very supportive from day one. Yeah, and still are.
Wow. How
Mm-hmm.
did you find, not being in school and being around those
Yeah.
friendly individuals? What was that like?
I mean, in the beginning, I would say it was kind of okay because when I did go to secondary school for like half a year, because I was different to all the other kids. So I would sort of stand out, and then I
Yeah.
didn't really like that, the attention, and sometimes they wouldn't be so nice about it.
Mm,
So when I left school, I was actually like, okay, this is great because then I can just focus on tennis, be around tennis people, and not have to be,
yeah.
different to everyone else. So
You
yeah,
felt more comfortable.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
Oh,
exactly.
that's
Yeah.
great.
So yeah.
So your like tennis camp actually was it pretty diverse and therefore you felt a part of
Yes,
something?
yes, that was one thing that I really liked about it as well. It was a mixture of different backgrounds as well. It wasn't just people from a certain area. I had people coming from like Wembley area. I was coming from North London. Another friend was coming from North London. One from East London, South as well. So it was a whole bunch of people and very diverse, which was good. And also the coaching staff there were also very diverse. So yeah, it was honestly the best sort of 2 years, 1.5 years of my junior career. Unfortunately, though, it was cut short for other reasons, but yeah, it was great nonetheless.
So we had a bit of a conversation earlier where you said you
Yeah.
had an opportunity to play for Great Britain.
Mm-hmm.
How was that presented, and how was that experience?
Yeah, it was. I was very fortunate to have that opportunity. I was playing really well as a junior, and then I was obviously noticed by the LTA, and fortunately they asked if I could play the Winter Junior Cup. I think it's called
Yeah,
Winter Cup.
Winter
Yes,
Cup. Yeah.
and that one that I played, I can't remember the year. I believe I was 14. Yes, I think it was under 16s. And it was in Belarus. I remember that because that was the first time I'd ever gone to like
An
a
international.
not international, but like a country in that region, like
Okay.
where
Okay.
I might stand out.
Oh, I
Oh
see.
yeah.
I get it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, okay. And when we went, it was like snowing, like outside was completely covered, like
Wow.
snow like this high.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was an experience because obviously walking in the streets with the team, my teammates, one was Caucasian and the other was Asian, but I was the one who sort of stood
Stood out the
out the
most.
most.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was an experience at that age. So yeah. But yeah, it was really, really good. We didn't win that tournament, but we did really well, and I had the opportunity to play against some top players who are on the tour right now as well, who did really well in juniors and carried on. So yeah, hopefully I'll be playing alongside them again soon.
Oh,
Yeah.
no doubt on that.
Yeah.
So just to dial it back a little bit.
Mhm.
So you said that you stuck out more than some teammates. Was that a
Mhm.
common thread when you would go to?
100%, yes,
Yeah.
100%. When I would go to some countries in Europe as well, especially, yeah, I would notice that I'm getting looks or whatever, which is just part of the territory, and you just kind of get used to it after a while, and you kind of use it as motivation. So
Do
yeah,
you
yeah.
think that during that phase where you was experiencing, whether it was looks or
Hmm.
maybe did anyone ever come and say anything to you in particular? Do you think that's helped shape who you are today in terms
Uh-huh.
of your mindset and your attitude and your personality and just continuing to drive on this journey to
Hmm.
becoming a professional player?
Most definitely, it's definitely given me motivation to continue, on the path that I am, and I definitely not want to prove people wrong, or in a sense, but because obviously I'm playing for myself,
Of
but
course.
it's definitely a boost to say, okay, look, like we can do it too, like it's not just you like you can come from any background, be anyone, and you can
Yeah.
make it as long as you have the dream and the motivation to be the best you can, and of course you
Yeah.
can be. So yeah, it's definitely a boost. So yeah,
Yeah.
but I have had some horrible things said to your face, but it's what can you do? There's just ignorant people, and you just kind of move on. Yeah,
Just nip it under the bud. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just want to know what's gotten you to keep going. Like
Mhm.
you said, you're a professional. You said you
Mhm.
played from juniors.
Mhm.
Some people lose motivation
Mhm.
in that transition into adulthood.
Mhm.
What's taken you there?
Yeah, I mean, so I had the good juniors, and then I had the decision of when I was 17, whether to go on the tour or play or go to college. And initially, my response was, I want to go on the tour, of course. If I want to play, I want to, be pro. But obviously, finances for me held me back in that sense, and so myself and my parents made the decision to go to college for 4 years. And honestly, it was the best decision for me, I think, that I could have made in hindsight. And it, shaped me mentally and helped me mature a little bit. Actually, a lot. um, and just also tennis wise, also mentally. So, yes, I went to college, finished college at 21, 22. And then from there, I decided to go on the tour. I was training in France for like a year and a half with a coach there, um, but still, it was still quite a struggle to play tournaments because of the financials and didn't have anyone sponsoring me. But then injuries here and there kind of slowed the progress, I guess, that I would have wanted to play more tournaments in the year and, playing back to back, around, traveling around. But yeah, I think just the fact that I know in myself that this the goals that I have are achievable and I want to see them come to fruition. I think that kind of pushes me to keep going no matter the sort of setbacks that I have injury wise or finance wise or anything like that. And yeah, I just keep hoping that or yeah, striving to do the best every day that I can to achieve these goals really. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
I'm not gonna lie, it is hard sometimes. This is all it's not all rosy. Some days I struggle to get motivation, but that's normal, and try to I don't try to make that seem like a bad thing because that's completely okay to feel like that some days.
Yeah.
And then yeah, just next day get back to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. What would you say, like, because you've played different areas of tennis, so what would you say, like, the difference between playing collegiately and the difference between playing on tour now?
I think at the time I was at college, at college, yeah, the collegiate level was very high. Like now as well, it's very high. I would say that it's probably a similar level to, in fact, the same or if not better than ITF level because a lot of the college girls and guys, they then go on to play professionally, so they're already like a very good standard. So honestly, I wouldn't say there's much difference. Obviously, in college you have your teammates behind you, there's the camaraderie, you travel with them, it's more fun, and then you get on tour and then it's just you and your suitcase.
Yeah.
And literally sometimes you don't have a suitcase because the airport loses it. So
That's when I know.
then it's a whole different atmosphere. So yeah, it's sometimes hard to adjust to that difference because it's a very stark difference.
Yeah.
From traveling with friends, having fun, and playing as a team to then you're all on your own. Especially if you don't have a coach, then it's even harder to travel. Yeah.
Yeah. How would you rate? I guess rate is a bit limiting. How would you describe your experience as not only being a woman tennis player, but a Black woman tennis player?
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, it's you kind of get looks and comments and stuff like that, and also it's there's not many Black female tennis players as well. So when you do see one at a tournament or you happen to make friends with one at a tournament, then it's like okay, you kind of band together because naturally we have that sort of
connection.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly because of that fact. So, but yeah, it's not easy being a Black female tennis player for sure. Yeah.
Sure.
What do you think could be done to try and get more Black girls into the game?
I think it obviously people like Serena, Osaka, Coco, like just
Sloane
seeing those
Stephens,
images,
yeah.
yes, Sloane Stephens, just seeing those people, those images already. I think that in itself is a big thing because we didn't really have that before. It was only Serena really, and now you have Serena, Coco, everyone else. So yeah, I think just seeing that first is a good step, and then obviously people in the local community like myself and yourself and you as well who can nurture the talent, I guess, from the ground up.
From grassroots,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is definitely the best thing that can be done for that. Yeah.
From my knowledge, you also mentioned that you trained out in the States as well. What's happening out there?
Yeah, so recently, past year, I've been training and playing tournaments in and around the States, mostly around California. So I was staying in the San Francisco area there. I played a few tournaments, local tournaments. There was one that I played in San Francisco that fortunately I won. I beat Ursula Radwanska in the final. She's ranked like 400, I think. So yeah, that was a very good win, and I was able to get a bit of sponsorship or prize money from the tournament that then helped me to sort of sponsor my next few tournaments.
Nice.
So yeah, that's sort of the way you kind of do it. You're kind of chasing the prize money to then use that prize money to help you for your next tours. You're always reinvesting. Yeah, everyone's like, oh, there's so much money. Yeah, but that money needs to be used for flights and travel and training. So yeah, it's endless.
Yeah. And are you also training out there as well?
Yes, training out there with some connections that I made and some sort of coaches that I'm working with as well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And would you say that the training styles and methods are different out there in the States compared to what you're doing here?
Training styles. I think just sport in general in America, I'm sure you can agree. It They view it so differently to here. Like they're just so much more passionate about it,
Yeah.
and there's so much more. They actually, you actually feel. It's a weird word to use, but important when you're playing sport out there. Here,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it's just a hobby, or it's not really serious. But there, it's like, oh, you play sport. Oh, wow, amazing. Da, 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 da. Like they're so invested in helping you to achieve whatever you want to achieve in sports. So I think just the mentality out there is just so much better for
Yes.
sport in general.
Yeah.
I mean, the college system alone speaks for itself. So
Yeah.
yeah.
What does your day look like as a professional?
A normal day, I would say about between 2 and 4 hours of tennis a day, and then 2 hours of fitness a day, and lots of mobility for these hips and ankles and stuff, and lots of sort of recovery stuff. So I have so many recovery tools. Like I have the cupping tool, I have the scraper, I have the massage gun, I have like every sort of recovery tool you can think of because I think that
Yeah.
is so important in general anyway. So yeah, lots of that, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty same old every day.
Does that change as you near tournaments? Do you up it?
Yeah, nearer tournaments, I would say I just sort of play more points and get more match play as much as possible and less sort of strength training, more quick agility stuff like that. And I would say the same amount of hours on court. I don't want to like.
Don't wanna do-
Yeah, exactly. Just
Yeah.
keep the same.
Keep the intensity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you wasn't playing tennis, what do you think you'd be doing?
Yeah, what was your major?
Psychology. Well, I feel like psychology. I love. This is gonna sound weird. I love abnormal psychology, like criminal psychology. Like I want to know a murderer's mind. I want to know what.
We'll talk after this.
It's scary. No, I love it.
COVID, when I actually didn't play. So from I think it was like May 2020, right? 2020, yeah.
March, but yeah.
March, yeah. I actually didn't play for like 2.5 years.
What do you
tournaments? Like no tournaments at all.
We need to talk about that actually. We need to talk about that.
I didn't play any tournaments because obviously COVID,
Yeah.
but then also my parents didn't really want me to travel. And then when you did travel, I knew some friends who were traveling. There were so many sort of criteria you had to fill. You had to do all these tests and you had to
quarantine.
So,
oh, that was a time. Oh,
right? Imagine.
You remember the quarantine?
It was like ages ago now.
No,
what? Someone said it was 4 years ago. I said what?
Yeah. It was. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Literally a whole Olympic year ago.
Yeah. When you say it like that. Yeah. Do you actually? Well, of course it has, but like COVID must have really.
Yes.
Did it change how tennis was handled?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it did. It kind of. Well, first of all, they changed the rules and rankings.
Yeah, they changed the ranking system.
Yeah. So that sort of messed me up because at the time, at the end of 2019, I was ranked like 700 something like that. And then they changed the ranking system, and then I went down, like I lost a few points. Like it was a bit of a mess, but I think they were trying to experiment too much, the ITF. Yes, so in COVID time, what I was trying to say, that I started like a food business. So I did that for like a year and a bit.
Details. Food. What kind of food?
So I'm Nigerian. My parents are Nigerian, so I was selling like gluten. I'm also gluten free and dairy free.
Gluten free Nigerian.
Yeah.
Okay, let's follow it.
Could you just break that down for viewers
what won't
so
you
that
eat?
they know exactly what that looks like?
What, a gluten free diet?
As a Nigerian. Don't forget that part. As a Nigerian.
So I can't like eat wheat. Well, if if I do eat it, I have an intolerance. I'm not celiac, but I just have an
Okay.
intolerance
Yeah.
that it just my body doesn't like it. So I mean, to be fair, most Nigerian foods are like gluten free.
You know what? It's true. It's
All
true.
the like so the pounded yam,
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
like what else do we have? Like semolina or whatever.
That's
Yeah.
true, actually.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then like rice, obviously rice dishes, there's no gluten. So yeah, it was actually not too hard to sort of keep it gluten free and dairy free. So yes,
Yeah, there's no dairy though in most of the meals.
exactly.
That's true.
Only like jollof,
that one's
if you
easy.
put jollof and you put like
Wait, what?
jollof rice. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I'm Ghanaian.
Oh,
but I want
Have you heard of that?
she looks at me like
Sorry,
that.
I'm so confused.
YouTube definitely
Did you
know about
just
that.
say dairy in that?
Yes.
Why would there be
When you
dairy
make
in
it
jollof
smoky,
rice?
At the end, you want to smoke it. So you put butter, you put onions, tomato, you cover the pan, you let it smoke.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
Right?
true. Don't stress me out.
Right?
But
Yeah.
butter is dairy. That is true.
Yeah.
I was thinking if this woman says some type of milk or something on top. But yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I was sort of cooking at home. My dad was helping me with deliveries, and then we were just giving it out in the local, not giving it out, selling in the local area. So yeah, that was something that kept me busy.
And you did that for a whole year?
Yeah, about a year.
I need to know what the orders looking like.
That's amazing.
Was it consistent?
It was. Okay, so the thing with me, I'm very generous. So in the beginning, my portion sizes were too big for what I was charging, and I wasn't really making profit. But we got it together in the end. We got it together.
That's when you measure by fist. That's when you say, yeah, that's enough.
One of the reviews I got back from a lady, she was like, Tiffany, your food is amazing, but I'm worried that you're gonna go out of business because the quantity that you're serving us is so much.
Wow.
And we had enough food for the next day. I was like,
Oh my god.
Oh
you're
no.
being generous. But honestly, those kind of things is just trial and error, and figured it out, and it was good. It was good. It was difficult, hard. Like food business is not easy.
Yeah.
Like if anything, but it was fun. I enjoy cooking.
So what's happened to the business now? Is
It's
it still
I
running?
have an Instagram. It's still there,
Still
but
there?
I just haven't sold anything in ages.
Okay.
Oh wow.
But yeah.
How long are you here?
But yeah, no, it was really really good. It taught me, I think, not taught me, because of the skills that I have from tennis and playing sport for most of my life. I had that sort of determination to
transfer.
Yes,
skills,
and exactly. And then I was like sort of a perfectionist, which was not good, but at the same time it was good because I wanted to make sure that every customer that I served got the best version of what I'm preparing them. So.
Yeah.
Those kind of skills helped me for sure. Yeah.
So when you make it in the top 50, are we expecting a chain of restaurants?
100%,
Like,
100%.
visit.
All I need is capital, and I'm doing it.
Love it.
All I need is
Capital.
Yeah.
Okay, so you brought up COVID, and COVID took 2 years from us. So that means we were 2 years older when we entered the court again. So COVID's like, you're like 25-ish.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, 25. Yeah.
What was that like, going back into the courts, being old, not much older actually. Everyone's around, well, at that time. Everyone would have entered similar.
Yes, yeah. I mean,
but as the tour's getting younger, what's that like?
Exactly. No, it is different. It's difficult or different when I returned and then I'm playing, 18-year-olds or people who have come from juniors. But I think, like I was saying to you before this, I think any age can sort of, it's science has improved so much in terms of looking after your body and making sure that you're in good health. So any 18-year-old or 25-year-old or 27, 28 can still play at a good level. It just depends on how you look after yourself and how you sort of take care of your physical needs and mental needs. And so I think, it's not really that, you're younger so you can do it better. It's just, it's all down to you personally,
Do you hear that a lot? Where people are challenging your age in the
100%,
sport?
Almost on a weekly basis. Just the other week, somebody commented on me, having not played a few Wimbledons by now. And obviously, it's obviously that's where I want to be and playing Wimbledon. But it's definitely, I would say, it's just motivation when they say stuff like that about your age and, oh, why haven't you done this yet, or why haven't you done that? Yeah, I just use it as fuel, really, to keep going.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger,
Right?
right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And just for a bit of context, for the viewers, we met at the Bagel Magazine event, which was probably what 3 weeks ago now.
Yes, that was partnered with Vocal.
With Vocal, who you're sponsored by.
Yes.
This bagel?
Yes.
This bagel. So shout out to Bagel Magazine. This is their issue that they've just released. So
the second issue, right?
Second issue, yeah.
Issue.
So go check it out. It was, absolutely phenomenal.
Great event, yeah.
It was Dylan that actually introduced me to you. Dylan and I are great friends, and I saw you on court playing, and I was like, what you're doing is phenomenal, and we had a quick chat and told you a little bit about what the Black Tennis Mentors is trying to do, and wondered if you'd want to come on board, and it was great, and here we are today. So we obviously appreciate you being a part of this journey and just trying to help us get a better understanding of what it's like being a Black tennis player, but then also trying to become a role model for the next generation of what we regard as young Black tennis enthusiasts, and how we can use people like you to inspire them through your stories, through your understandings, and just the current work that you're doing at the moment as a player, and anything off court as well. So all of these things are phenomenal that you're telling us. So we really appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. I couldn't be more happy that you said that you wanted to do an interview with me, because I've always wanted to give back. I think I come from Hackney, and I think Hackney has so much talent in not just tennis, in just sport, in music, everything.
Yeah.
Even I'm sure places here in South London, and it's just a shame that a lot of the Black kids are overlooked and not really given the opportunities that if they had these opportunities, they could grow from it and achieve great things. And so I think it's always been a dream of mine to be able to give back to that community. And who knows, one day I'd love to set up like a sort of academy or a tennis facility in Hackney that caters to not just people who are going to pay 40 pounds per hour for the court, but kids and everyone who want to play tennis and love the sport and don't necessarily have those funds to play that much, Black, white, anyone. So that definitely would be great.
So when you heard of what we're doing and you heard of our concept is mentoring, like what does mentoring mean to you?
I think mentoring for sure is someone that is your friend first and foremost. I think someone that you can sort of confide in and gives you advice, I guess, about wisdom, I guess, because obviously most times the mentor is older. Doesn't have to be. It can be younger too, but they have some sort of wisdom in that area that you may not have, and they can impart that to you. But I think a friend for sure is someone is what I think a mentor should be to someone. Definitely,
And then applied to the sport. How do you think that is modeled in tennis when someone is a mentor?
I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be your coach. It could be someone, anyone that is around tennis and familiar with tennis. And I think they sort of, I guess, motivate you and help you understand that, it's going to be a tough road. It's going to be long and hard at times, but the beauty of it on the other side is amazing. And I guess they just sort of keep your eye focused on the goal and whatever your dream and what you want to achieve, really. So I guess just that tunnel vision, that's kind of what they give you. Yeah, would be great. Yeah.
I guess, what do you want to leave behind? What do you want to put on not just tennis, just your mark on this space? Like if it's expressing your story, if it's showing people about age and color and what the underdog doesn't lose. what is something that you want to basically leave for not only us viewers, but those that are going to come encounter with your story and yourself?
Yeah, 100% what you just said about sort of the underdog and being able to rise above, you know, the challenges that you face and overcoming the challenges that you may face. And I think perseverance and persistence, I think, are two things that I would love to give to the viewers, I guess, because obviously I've been pursuing this for a while and still am. Yeah, I think, just.
That just gave me like, would that be the same advice you'd give like your younger self, and maybe even like a young girl, any race girl that wants, black girl that wants to be a tennis player?
Yeah, 100%. I would definitely give that advice, and just don't listen. I think when I was younger, I sort of maybe listened a little bit too much to the naysayers, and I would say, as the saying goes, honestly, don't listen to the naysayers. Just focus on you, focus on what you're trying to achieve, and everything else will come. Fall in place. Yeah.
Well, that was great, and we are just so thankful to have you here on with us, Black Tennis Mentors UK. And from us to you, we just want to go ahead and give you this little bag.
Oh, thank you.
This little bag.
I love gifts. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
What is it? Oh my god.
We're both sitting here thinking, like, open the box. And do not open the box.
Oh my god, what is that?
Thank you. I love it. See. Okay. Oh, is it attractive?
Maybe.
It looks like clothing.
It's like clothing.
Thank you.
Don't worry.
Oh, amazing! Matching tracksuits with you guys. Thank you so much.
Not with you guys.
No problem at all.
So sorry.
Thank you so much, guys. Honestly, this was so lovely.
Yeah.
Black tennis. Love it.
So this is our tracksuit.
Awesome.
Black Tennis Mentors.
Thank you very much.
Shout out to Believe and Achieve London for the tracksuit. That's where we get it from. So yeah, this is great.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Do we hug?
We good?